Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakal Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who are teaching this truth with sincerity. And a shout out to Yakim that's out there on four corners of the earth proclaiming this truth. Brakat the Yahweh, Brakat the Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakal Brakat Dom. So, looks like Amalek has made another attack on Syria, and they have the audacity to say, oh, well, Damascus should not retaliate to this, because after all, we're just targeting so-called Iranian influence there, that Syria should not respond, even though they just killed 4 Syrian soldiers, you know. But Syria should not respond to them goddamn fucking gutter rats and fucking fake-ass Jews. Yes, I'm going to say it. Those Amalekites are not the real Jews, that the real Jews of the Bible are the people that are on the sign. Well, the southern kingdom in particularly, but all 12 tribes that be on that sign are the real Israelites. That this jinx is up. You know, we know who we are now. And we know who you are now. We know that you're the biblical Edomites, and that you go into other countries, and then you claim to be a part of that nationality. You know, and I know you Ishmaelites did the same thing with Egypt. You know, you had your time to call yourself the Egyptians, which you're not the real Egyptians. The real Egyptians are Hamites, you know. And that's just it, though. The jig is up, you know. No matter how many Hollywood movies you have out there pretending to be all these other nationalities, you're not. You know, you have Elizabeth Taylor pretending to be Cleopatra, which, you know, that's another thing. Hypocrite and actor mean the same thing. So you got your hypocrites, you know, pretending to be all these other nationalities. And because, oh, you have the illusionary cue ball, which we know better today as the TV. You have your crystal ball there, you know, giving us this mirror image, you know, making us believe that, you know, that we're a minority, that is the people of color, the people of hue, you know. And so you've created this mass hysteria, but when really, truly, though, brown people, there's more brown people around the world than there are of you reds, you know. You just that you, of all the territories that you've conquered, though, you've kind of whited them out, but not all entirely. Just like we had mentioned before, India, and particularly Elam, which also makes up part of Persia as well. You know, the funny thing is, though, is that, you know, you have not been able to conquer that territory as of 1979, since the Islamic Revolution. You have not been able to gain control of that. And this grudge against Persia goes all the way back, because when we was in power underneath the Persian Empire, we was putting you Amalekites and you Edomites to death. So of course it's an old grudge, and that's why you're targeting Syria and all the whole region, because of the fact that, yeah, they were all a part of the Persian Empire that goes way back, you know, for years and years of war. You know, now, you know, it is more than obvious, it is blatant, that the least of their flock, Amalek, is the one that's drawing them out. That's why the United States has kidnapped the journalist from Press TV and holding her hostage. That America has now resulted to holding hostages. Isn't this interesting, though? The coin has turned. Now the faces of you devils is now showing. Especially you piece of shit fucking Edomites, man. Your true darkness is showing. No matter how many times you try to throw that black Hebrew Israelites, we don't claim to be a part of the black Hebrew Israelites. Do I look black to you? No, man, we're just pulling the mask off of Christianity and off of, you know, all your catfishing. We've called it out. We now know who you are. We've been exposing who you are. You know, that man of sin, Esau, Edom being revealed. And so here we are, you know. Another strike on Syria, you know, since the blood moon that just happened on Sunday. You know, now you got another strike on Syria. You know, I was asked to do a video on the blood moons. Well, that's kind of funny, though. You know, woe to you that should ask, you know, that look to the day of the Lord, unless you're part of the elect, you know. But like everything else, though, we know what blood moons are. They are a sign. And, of course, yes, more things are going to befall America. You know, you got the storms in the south areas. The government's still shut down, you know. Donald J. Trump is having a good old time and is, you know, hoaxing all you people into thinking that, oh, the reason why the government's shut down is because the Democrats and the president can't, you know, come up with a a solution that, oh, it's the Democrats, you know, the same old dog and pony show, you know, the bread and circuses that you're used to. But you see, we don't live in that catfish, you know, make-believe world anymore. You know, we know who the biblical image of Yahushua is, and we know who his real name is, you know. So we're no longer in that trance. I know most of you Edomites haven't even heard this truth, so, you know, when I talk about the fake-ass Jews, you're not used to it, you know, just like what happened a couple days ago. You know, you're not used to the fact that being called out, you know, for the gutter rats that they are, because they're not the real Jews. That the real Jews are so-called Negroes, you know. But you also have confusion of face that make up all 12 tribes that go back to being one of the 12 tribes. Because, of course, we've been scattered among the nations. We have not received our country as of yet. Because ever since pretty much Jerusalem had fallen, you know, the bastards have been dwelling in Ashdod, you know. We have not returned yet, and we're not going to return until Yahushua gathers his elect from the four corners of the earth and brings us back into that land. So, read out of Isaiah chapter 19, because this is what's happening. The spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. That's what's happening now. You know, pretty much you know, the government's shut down. You know, there's no more uproars of the people. Yeah, this place is falling. And they shall seek to their idols and their charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And that's what you do. You know, you have these people protesting to reopen the government when the government ain't even listening to you. They don't give two shits about you because it ain't about you. It's about them. It's about the banking family, the Amalekites, at least their flock. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hands of a cruel Lord. And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, the Lord of hosts. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be washed and dried up. And that's what's happening now. A famine is coming to this place. You know, pretty much Donald J. Trump is telling you straight out that he's going to starve you out. While he's sitting there and he's eating good, and you are taking furloughs, you're working but you ain't getting paid for it. You know, he's living good. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the books of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The needs and flags shall wither. The paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away, and be no more. And that's what's happening. This land's drying up, you know. There's nothing to be found, you know. More and more store closings everywhere. Pretty much what's happening now is that, you know, they've taken all the resources. And that's what America's known for, because that's what they do when they go into other countries. Now it's happening to America, Babylon the Great. Moreover, they that work in fine flax and they that weave networks shall be confounded. So now you're not able to find your resources. Surely the princes of Zoan and fools, the counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish. How you say unto Pharaoh, which modern day Donald Trump, I am the son of the wise, the son of the ancient kings. Where are they? And where are thy wise men? And let them know what the Lord of hosts had purposed upon Egypt. You know, so we know that the Most High is guiding this thing. And that's why this place has to fail. In order for our kingdom to come, this place has to fail. America must be destroyed. You know, and that's just it. We're not going to all just get along. How long have we tried that? You come up against us for no reason whatsoever. But now there's a reason, because we're about to get the kingdom back. You know, and that's why you know, you're starting to demonize us on CNN, and you're starting to you know, show your true colors, especially when you come up against Gad, like you did. You know, showing them total disrespect, because that's who you were before. That's who you always were. You have raped, you have pillaged, you have stolen this land, and now this land is drying up, and you have no resources left. Your government ain't going to help you. It doesn't give two shits about you. But for his staff and all them people, it's burger time. He's going to be eating deliciously. Going to have his wife cook all kinds of croissants. And he's just eating really good. While all you idiots out there are protesting this, government ain't listening to your ass. Never was and never will. Why? Because you cannot come against the Most High. The Most High has ordained Donald J. Trump to do what he's doing. To come against you 2/3 and you wicked. And that's exactly what he's doing now. And that's why. Those that go to Egypt for mirth, you shall have no mirth. Because the sword is coming after you. Just like car fire, just like paradise. Yeah, it's coming for you. More false flags, more events to take place. Because this government is coming down. And in 1 hour, it will be given its cup. It shall receive the cup of wrath of its indignation. For all you that took the mark of the beast, the RFID implant that gave into this, because that's exactly why the government's shut down. And now Arkansas has legalized, has pretty much put a House Bill 1155 in there to where now they can require employers to chip their employees. Expect that to be nationwide. Look at how fast fucking homosexual marriage spread across America. Now it's a full law. So expect this. This is the year Karagma. And, we the elect, we're not going to take the mark. But you 2/3, you'll take it. And you'll receive that judgment, which is that lake of fire. You'll be cast alive. You're being kept now for that hour of judgment, for all your wickedness. So, like everything else, if you're part of the elect, now's the time to repent and come to this truth. Because this door of mercy is slowly beginning to close. You can see now that we're getting bad publicity on CNN and all that, that the time for us to be able to come out here and warn the people is just about up. Famine of the word's coming, just like the famine's already here in the land with this government shutdown. All purposed by those fake-ass Jews, those Amalekites, them gutter rats. For that, I want to say, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rukal Kadash, Barakah Hope it's been edifying to you elect.